Even though Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos are relocating to a brand new studio to shoot live, they are aware that retirement may not be far off. When Ripa is prepared to step down as a well-known talk show host, what will she say about her retirement plans? Kelly Ripa had a lengthy and successful career in television. Kelly Ripa has had a lengthy and prosperous career on television, as anyone who has followed her work for any length of time is aware. She began appearing on All My Children in 1990. Then in the early 2000s, she was cast on Live. Over the years, Kelly Ripa had a number of co-hosts, including the renowned Regis Philbin and Ryan Seacrest, the most recent host of Wheel of Fortune. Nonetheless, Kelly and Mark Consuelos have been anchoring Live as a husband and wife team for the past few years, and viewers adore the spark they bring to the program as a married couple. When it comes to retirement plans, Ripa gets real despite the fact that Kelly Ripa is now in her 50s and has become a television mainstay. One of the things that Ripa needs to consider carefully is what the next chapters of her life will entail, especially since retirement is becoming a more realistic possibility as the years go by. I think the risk-averse quality I have is probably the reason I stayed with the same job for so long, Ripa previously stated when discussing her time with one show. I prefer to stay with what I know, even if there are other opportunities. You will have me for life, because I am very steadfast in everything I do. But she also remarked, having said that, I don't intend to work at this job for the rest of my life. In reference to retirement, I do discuss retirement with great enthusiasm, but for now, I'm content, especially with market work. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa are relocating to a new studio. The good news is that it does not appear that retirement is imminent because Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos are moving to a new studio to film Live. By the show's April 14 episode, it is anticipated that everything will be properly set up at the new venue. They will be recording episodes next to the building's cafeteria in the interim. But even Mark Consuelos knows that this journey must come to an end. Mark remarked, "She's been at that for 23 years, referring to his wife and the certainty that she will eventually hang up. I don't believe it will happen anytime soon. I'm having a great time, and I know she's enjoying herself. But eventually, sure." The bubbly, quick-witted host has been at the helm of Live for more than 2 decades, effortlessly steering the morning talk juggernaut through co-host changes, set remodels, and the occasional on-air blunder. But until now, she's avoided giving a concrete answer about when she'll step away from the cameras. On Monday's Live with Kelly and Mark, the 53-year-old star decided it was time to break the silence. And, in true Kelly fashion, she did it with a mix of humor, honesty, and just a dash of drama. "I'm not going to just disappear." It started innocently enough. During a segment about planning for the future, Mark casually asked his wife if she ever thought about what she might do when she's no longer hosting. The question hung in the air for a moment, and the audience leaned forward like they were about to witness breaking news. "I think about it every time I set my alarm for 4:30 in the morning," Kelly joked. "But here's the truth. I'm not going to just disappear one day without warning. That would be cruel. Like canceling Christmas without notice." She then admitted she has a loose plan, one that doesn't involve a sudden exit, but rather a gradual winding down. "I don't think I could go cold turkey," she explained. "I've been doing this show longer than my kids have been alive. It's part of my DNA at this point." A retirement practice run. Kelly went on to share that she's already tried a few practice retirements, week-long vacations where she completely unplugged from TV life. "The first day is amazing," she said. "The second day is still pretty good. But by the third day, I start narrating everything out loud like I'm on the show. Coming up next, I'm going to make a sandwich. Mark hates it." Mark, grinning, confirmed the story. "She'll ask me questions like I'm the guest. 'So, Mark, you've been married for 27 years. What's that like?' And I'm just trying to watch the news." What retirement would look like? So what would a retired Kelly Ripa actually do? "I travel, of course," she said. "But I'd want to travel like a normal person. No producers telling me where to stand for the perfect shot. I just want to take a bad selfie in front of the Eiffel Tower and post it without anyone critiquing my lighting. She also confessed she'd love to spend more time cooking, and not just the quick 20-minute meals she squeezes in before bed. I want to make bread from scratch. I want to try complicated recipes that require marinating overnight. I want to own an apron that isn't part of a costume for a segment. And, she added, she'd finally read all the books piling up on her nightstand. Right now, I read about 4 pages before I fall asleep. In retirement, I might make it to page 6. Fear of missing out. Still, Kelly admitted she's hesitant to fully step away from live because she fears missing the connection with her audience. This show is like a conversation with millions of my closest friends, she said. If I leave, I worry I'll be talking to my coffee cup instead. She also loves the adrenaline of live TV. When something unexpected happens, like the time a bird flew into the studio or when Mark accidentally called me by the dog's name, that's the magic. You can't replicate that at home unless maybe your Roomba suddenly comes to life. Mark's take on the future. Mark, for his part, said he's in no rush for Kelly to retire. She keeps me on my toes. Also, if she's retired and I'm still working, I'll get home and she'll have redecorated the entire apartment, he teased. One day it's going to be all leopard print, and I won't have been there to stop it. Kelly shot back, "Don't worry. I'd only do that in your closet." The playful banter drew laughter from the audience, a reminder that their real-life chemistry is one of the reasons Lev continues to thrive. The one more year mentality. Kelly revealed she's been telling herself just one more year for the past 5 years. It's like when you say you're only going to watch one more episode on Netflix, and then suddenly it's 3 a.m., she said. Every time I think I might be ready to go, something fun happens on the show, and I think, okay, maybe I'll stick around a little longer. That something fun might be anything from a hilarious guest interview to a segment that unexpectedly goes viral. Once you've been here this long, you realize the joy is in the little surprises, she added. That's hard to walk away from. Not goodbye, yet to the relief of fans everywhere, Kelly made it clear she's not announcing her departure anytime soon. This is not a farewell tour, she said firmly. I'm still here, and I'm still setting that 4:30 alarm, although I reserve the right to complain about it every single day. She did hint, however, that when the time comes, she hopes for a big celebration rather than a quiet exit. I want balloons, confetti, and at least one awkward celebrity tribute video where they clearly couldn't get my name right. Fan reactions. Within hours, clips of her comments flooded social media. Fans expressed relief, admiration, and, in some cases, emotional pleas for her to stay indefinitely. Kelly Ripa can never retire. I forbid it. One fan wrote on Twitter. When she goes, they should just end the show. No one else can do it like her, another said. She deserves retirement, but also I'm selfish and want her forever, a third chimed in. A moment of reflection. In a rare serious moment toward the end of the segment, Kelly reflected on what her time on live has meant. This show gave me a voice, a platform, and a family, not just the people I work with, but the viewers who have been with me through so many stages of life, she said, her voice catching slightly. I don't take that for granted. Whether I'm here another year or another decade, I'll always be grateful. Mark reached over and squeezed her hand. And when the day comes, we'll do it together, just like everything else. The audience erupted in applause, and Kelly quickly shifted back into her usual lighthearted tone. Okay, enough mushy stuff. Coming up next, a guy who can juggle flaming swords while riding a unicycle. See? How could I ever leave this? For now, fans can rest easy. Kelly Ripa isn't going anywhere just yet. But when she does eventually take that final bow, it's safe to say it will be on her terms, with laughter, gratitude, and maybe, just maybe, a leopard print send-off.